others across the world how to teach online, and looking through that, that's not what I'm passionate about, but in that same field is what caused me to switch majors from business into journalism with a focus in advertising, in order to kind of work with that idea of like realizing the fact that essays were more of my forte versus a test, because I would be more than happy to write 1,100 words versus spending an hour or two working on an essay.
Multiple choice tests. I mean, there's only one right answer where with an essay.
Yeah.
There's so many different things you can say where some might be wrong, but then others may be right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can see why you would choose that.
Versus like with an essay, the nice thing is the fact that obviously there is a right answer that a teacher has in mind, but at the same time it's helpful to realize the fact that they are willing to understand that certain students have different interpretations of what the right answer truly is. And so if I insert an answer into my essay that isn't technically what the teacher is looking for, but is still clear enough that they are willing to appreciate the effort and time put into that answer, and willing to understand where that's coming from, and the knowledge behind that choice, then they will still give me credit for that kind of thing. Yeah.
Can we cut it?
Yeah, I can try and cut it in the middle.
I'm really sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay. So what made you decide to go into advertising instead of PR or broadcast journalism, newspaper? What made you choose advertising over the others?
That's a good question. I chose advertising because after quitting business, I realized that advertising is the closest thing within that realm that's still focusing on the marketing side of things, and still using the understanding of economics and sales in order to work on the end goal there. Like with advertising, as opposed to marketing, you're looking at the numbers, the other things behind the reason why you're behind the promotion of something. Versus advertising, you're just looking at this is the commercial and this is how much money it brings in afterwards, and so there's no direct blame that's put on advertising. Versus with marketing, you're like, oh, this is your fault for certain things, and so it just provides a little less pressure, a little more focus on creativity, and it's just overall more beneficial.
What are your overall goals for a job in advertising? Where would you like to end up?
I'm hoping to continue. I work at Nike over the summers, and so I'm hoping to continue that career. Once I finish my degree, then I'm hoping to go over into their advertising department. Obviously, they've been fairly effective with that. You guys have seen the kid who worked with the 2014 either 2012 or 2014 Olympics, who talked about, if you have a body, you're an athlete. I love that premise. And so I would love to come up with a commercial that's similar to that kind of thing. If you're willing to run, then obviously you're an athlete. Maybe you're not the fastest runner on the field. Maybe you don't have a sub 2-hour marathon time, but at the same time, if you're willing to put in that effort, if you're willing to put in that time, then clearly you're an athlete. Clearly you're dedicated to the sport, you're dedicated to the passion of that, you're dedicated to getting yourself more in shape. And so I would commend anyone that's willing to put in that kind of effort and time.
Okay, well, thank you for sitting with me.
Of course, no problem.
Is that enough time? Because I'm going to sit down now.
I think that's 5 minutes.